Good morning. So the power in for sale by owners is in the follow-up, right? And our system works this way. You call after you had the initial conversation with that FSBO and you've either sent them over your resume or you sent them over your resume and you've gone by for a preview appointment. They go into your Monday follow-up folder, right? And every Monday, any FSBO that hadn't listed yet, even if you go under contract, doesn't matter. You still want to follow up with them. But we make these follow-up calls just to check in, see how things are going, see how their weekend went, and if they put it under contract by any chance. Yes, what can I do for you? Yeah, iPhone. I don't know. I'm not sure. So we will make our follow-up calls. Scrolls through. Lily, Craig, Rose, Nicolette, Jamie, Tracy. All right. Let's see how these go.
Hey, this is Julia. I'm unable to answer the phone right now. Just leave me your name and number and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you. Have a good day.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Julia, this is Shane Noblin with eXp Realty. We spoke a couple weeks ago. I believe you got your property over there on English Row under contract. I was just checking in with you to see how that was going and if you needed anything. Give me a shout anytime. My number is 252-722-4740. Thank you much. Have a fantastic week. So it's not necessarily about forcing a conversation with each and every person that you're doing your Monday follow-up with. You are just attempting to reach out, stay top of mind, just in case something's going wrong with the contract or they're having problems. I guess that's the same thing, something going wrong with the contract or they're having problems. If they need some advice from you, right? You never know. But as long as you are staying top of mind and you're staying in the pocket, you are there in case something does go amiss. Let's see, goes awry, something goes amiss or awry. I don't know which way that goes. All right, let's reach out to Eric and see how he's doing.
This is Eric O'Neill with Universal League North America. Please leave your name and number and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Eric, this is Shane Noblin. We spoke last week. Wanted to make sure that you got my resume in your email and wanted to check in and see how things were going with your place over there on Lazy Lane, 190 Lazy Lane. If you need something, feel free to give me a shout. My number is 252-722-4740. Thank you much. Have a fantastic day. Most of these go this way. Most of them do. Mark Recco. Mark is on the verge of listing with me. Mark wasn't expired. Doesn't change anything.
Hello, this is Mark Recco. Leave a message and I'll call you back. Thank you. Bye.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Mark, this is Shane Noblin with eXp Realty. We've been speaking for a while about your property down here in North Carolina on Mallard Drive. I was just giving you a call to see how things are going with that. Give me a shout when you have a moment. My number is 252-722-4740. Thank you much. Have a fantastic week. All right, now we're going to switch back over to a FSBO follow-up call.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
Lily.
Is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Mr. Lilly, this is Shane Noblin, just touching base to see how things are going with your property there on Acorn Hill Road. We've been speaking about that one for a while now. Just checking in on you. Give me a shout. If you have a minute, my number is 252-722-4740. Hope you have a fantastic week. So far, no conversations.
Hello, this is Greg.
Craig, this is Shane with eXp Realty. How you doing? Good, good. We've been speaking for a while about your property there on Lawson Road. Just checking in with you, see how things are going with it, brother.
You know, I'm not stressed about it. I don't have buyers lining up in contracts and things like that, but I'm experiencing a time deficit. I don't
Gotcha.
have enough time in my day.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'm holding out. So I've got a property in Naples, Florida.
Okay.
That is just, it's a $75,000 trailer, and that thing is $220 going on $240. And
Gotcha.
I rent it for $2,000 a month. But if I'm playing poker right now, not with you in a mental way, but I could marry that shit and I'll be at $400,000.
Right.
And I'm thinking of how I buy. I think I've rambled with you on this because
Yeah.
my single 3-2s are one thing, but what if I bought a 12 flat? What
Right.
if, you know,
Mm-hmm.
what if and I'm all over the ocean shit.
Right.
I can't. So I just rented a cabin in Seaverville, Tennessee, in the mountains, $5,000
Mm-hmm.
a week, and it wasn't worth it. I mean, but people rent them out; they're busy.
Yeah.
And but you look at the ROI at 30 months or whatever. That guy's making $150,000,
Mm-hmm.
and if he's crushing it, he's 200. And he's got $1 million property or whatever. So I'm in the same boat. I have to look at the math because I can think it's small. I chat people up all the time and random at bars and whatever. But
Right.
you know, when I meet a guy my age and he's got 72 doors already,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, you know, ballsy. I mean, I understand it, but they cashed out. I have virtually no debt.
Right.
I can ride thus far out.
That's awesome.
But I'm holding at 7 units. This guy's tenfold, but maybe he's got 10 times the stress. I don't know.
Right.
But I'm open. People are calling me to lend a lease. These guys, so I get these random calls where it's a broker.
Mm-hmm.
They'll provide me a party. So I'm all about real estate math.
Right.
And the squeeze and the
Mm-hmm.
value added and the being in Florida, I would be on the plane and these people are trade properties, buying in one room, selling in the next round, flipping for I was right in the middle. I participated a little. I
Right.
bought a 130 that I sold for 280. It was a nice property. I wish I had kept it. But,
Right.
anyways,
Nice.
I'm looking for the math to do it right. I'm 60. I can
Right.
play it right, or I could go bad. But
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
not. So, what's your side of the pond look like? EXP with? Are you closing deals? Are you busy? Or
Yeah, I closed four last month. I just picked up another listing yesterday. I picked up a listing last week, 700K over in a waterfront community. I've got 15 listings right now. 7 of those are under contract. I'm having the best year I've ever had. We have no inventory, so
Now,
I'm
my
in
daughter's
multiple.
over here in Illinois selling,
Mhm.
and she's got. It's very competitive. They
Right.
get, the low end buyer. You can buy a 230 here and get a nice home.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's they're competitive. People with better quality
Right.
contracts are winning.
Yeah.
So inventory is skinny. That's why I don't want to be in the water. There is none.
Right. And then you got to turn around and flip this over into 1031, and you got to find something.
Day window is the killer.
Mhm.
If I could had 6 months,
Right.
and during COVID they did that shit.
Yeah.
But they told me they are backwards auditing paperwork all through the COVID shit. That's what
Jeez.
all these
Yeah.
IRS people thought.
Mhm.
3 years in reverse audit. But anyways, so I'm doing my stuff right. 45 days is the rule.
Yep.
But I'm hanging. The
Nice.
property piece, it is costing me, but you understand I could lose 30, 40 grand on a bad buy.
You could. Yep. Absolutely.
The medium prices, I mean, when I pay 160 for something and it doesn't go down that much. So but you can't. Professional buyers are all over your board, though, aren't they?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
all that's out there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm having the time of my life. It really is, especially because I specialize in listings. So the listing side right now is fantastic.
If you got the hook to list them, you got the on-ramp all day long.
Yep.
Because not everybody can do that.
No, they sure can't. And it all comes down to these phone calls, reaching out, connecting with people, getting them to trust you, that kind of thing. If you have a shady personality, no one's going to trust you, whether it's in person or on the phone, and you'll never get any business.
Hey, so what town are you working out of?
I'm out of Edenton.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jackson Lancaster is one of my contacts, and he went to EX. He's an EXP guy.
Yeah, he's down in isn't he down in Bellhaven?
Washington.
Yeah.
Scott Pratt. He's so I know Jackson. He sold me my first 3 houses.
Gotcha.
And, but anyways, he's hard to get a hold of. He's crushing it too, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I don't want to work that hard. I'll be honest. I like the real estate math, and everybody tells me you should have. I did the class.
Right.
I bought the book. I think I didn't pay a lot of money. I $100 in a book, and I said, I just don't like doing the people and the paperwork.
Right.
And I'm okay for you guys doing what you do. Your bird dogging is to me like an electrician.
There you go. Yep.
I'm just paying them.
Right.
They're helping me. I understand I love land with buildings.
Nice.
Big footprints. That's one of my things. My wife is like 5 times told me we should have bought that. We should have bought that.
That's right.
I told her,
Yeah.
Okay, so I do like, for example, in Washington, they sold the old American Legion Hall for 75 grand on like a 2-acre footprint. Kitchen, bath. I said I'm going to fence that thing in, throw up a container rack system, and I'll have rentals in the first month.
Heck yeah!
And I told that to a guy, and he went and fucking bought it. He did it, which I'm fine. My wife said I pass on shit all the time. I turn shit over all, but that's because I'm in the game.
Yeah, that's right.
I see so much. I hand it off. I try to help first-time home buyers.
Nice.
These people are tough to. I'm in factories on the floor talking to the laborers.
Mm-hmm.
And then and I'm in the front office with the owners, and but the guys on the floor love me. I fucking
Yeah.
tell them how to do stuff, and I'm not in it I make nothing, but
Right.
they get hooked up. They check off their shit with, if they're working with a guy like you and they run it by me. I said he's got you right. I told
Yeah.
you this is what's going to happen.
Right,
This is what's
right.
next. They're like, yeah, okay, you know, and they can't believe that your credit score is related to purchasing a home. Imagine that.
Imagine that.
They're like, really? I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
One guy got pissed at the IRS for a bad tax return, and it was like 4 or 5 years he didn't file, and he finally got a tax person. And I'm sure it was a credit guy that's fucking them.
Right,
I'm sure
right,
it's not
right.
Going right,
Yeah.
but a credit repair scam. Anyways, this guy was talking to me about buying. I said, so what's your gig? Why did you pull the trigger? You know, because he
Mm-hmm.
goes, oh, I haven't filed taxes in 4 years. Fucking government. I said, okay, you're not going to buy a house. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. You need to
Yeah.
get your crap together.
But they're paying $1,200 rent. I said, dude, you could have an $800 house payment and own that fucker.
That's right.
Oh, they're because they trust me. The math I extended out. You know, $60,000 house that needs work. I said,
Mm-hmm.
look at it. I said, you're probably living in shit worse than, you know, these people move into stuff that you and I would not.
That's right.
But we're not them. So
Yeah.
my day job's ringing me in. I gotta go.
All right, brother. You have a great week, man. We'll be in touch.
All right.
See you, bud. There you go. Had a conversation. That guy, what's so funny about that guy, I called him as soon as his property hit the market. Apparently he's an investor. He buys them, he flips them, you know, whatever. He buys them, he holds them, rents them out all over the country. So I reached out to him and he goes, yeah, I'm in town. He said, I'm doing an open house this weekend. Now this is May, the beginning of May. We are now June 20th. So we're talking a solid 2 months later. The beginning of May, first week of May, he was like, yeah, he said, I'm doing an open house this weekend. I'm going to have it under contract. I was like, really? He goes, yeah. He said, I know there's no inventory and I know I've got it priced right. I'm going to have it like, I'm done with this one this weekend. Going to be under contract. I'm going to sell it. I was like, you probably will. Absolutely. I'll give you a call on Monday, see how your weekend went. And I've been talking to him every Monday since. Now, so far, nothing, right? 2 months worth of follow-up calls, but I've developed a relationship with him now, right? He knows this other agent that sold him 3 properties, but what did he say in that call? He said, that guy's hard to get in touch with, right? That guy's not reaching out to him every single Monday to see how his weekend was, to see how he's doing, if he needs anything. I am. That's a power in these follow-up calls.
Hello.
Well, how was your weekend?
It was terrific. How about yours?
Oh, very good. My Monday calls got put off a day because I was just so slammed yesterday and I felt like I was missing something. I woke up this morning and I went, I haven't talked to Rose this week.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, I accepted an offer on the house.
Congratulations. Was it a good offer?
I think it was. I do.
Good.
The inspector's supposed to come next week.
Awesome.
And we'll go from there.
And then what kind of closing date did they put on that thing?
We haven't yet. She wants to wait to see what the inspection looks like. So we don't have a contract. I'm still showing it. I told her I'm still showing it.
Oh,
She said,
okay.
fine, that's fine. So I've accepted the offer, but you know, she doesn't want to do anything until the inspection comes back.
Gotcha. Did she have an agent in tow or no? It sounds like no. It sounds like y'all are just working
It's
this out
just
verbally.
still working it together. I'm thinking, if I remember, that this is the right people. They came several weeks ago with her mom. And
Okay.
I'm thinking she has been in real estate a little bit.
Okay.
So, but I am writing up a contract, and she's already got her lawyer.
Very nice.
And so my question, though, I did want to ask a question about it. You know, because when a client says, But I asked her, was it a cash sale?
Mm-hmm.
Because her mother has already sold her house up north and already moved down here living with her
Mm-hmm.
and got her stuff in storage. So I asked her, was it a cash sale? She said the majority of it.
Okay.
So what exactly does that mean? She already got, because when I asked her a closing date, what did she have in mind? She said it doesn't matter, whatever you said.
Okay.
So, and she wasn't willing to give me a letter of approval for financing. So she said all that's took care of. So what exactly does that mean?
Well, what that means is that she doesn't have her finances straight yet, right? So I would, before signing a contract, I know she wants to get an inspector in there first, kind of look the place over before going under contract, and that's fine. But before signing a contract, she needs to provide a proof of funds letter for the cash that she's going to be using for the sale, and then a pre-approval from some sort of a lending institution for the balance.
Okay.
So you'll need both of those before you sign on the dotted line. Because it's a bit of a red flag. It's not a huge one, but it is a bit of a red flag that I would kind of explore before you
Well,
put your
so I
name on
asked her.
anything.
So I did ask her, I said, are you saying 2/3? Are you saying 2/3 of it or what? And she said, a big chunk. That's what she kept saying. So she's like covering herself, and some reason or another, she doesn't want to tell me.
Well, that's a bit
And
unusual.
I
That's
don't
going to
want
have to be spelled out. Yeah.
For me, Shane.
Right. Right.
I
Right.
don't want her running over me and trying to hoodoo me. But in the contract, the terms should be all cash.
Well, I mean, it's okay to have a lender involved in a portion of it if that's what they want to do. But typically the lender is doing the whole thing and she's just doing a big down payment. Does that make sense? So it's like, let's say she was going to put 200,000 down on a $300,000 house. There would still be a lender. There would still be a pre-approval letter that comes over. But on that pre-approval letter, it would say 200,000 down, the balance to be mortgaged through Central Bank of North Carolina or whatever, whoever the lender is, and it would have a pre-approval. Yes.
She has been approved.
Yep. Yep. You will need that for sure.
She's not sure about what exactly that meant, but it's still on the day of closing, I get my whole money.
Right. Right.
Okay. No matter where it comes from, I just get my whole money, right?
You get your whole money on the day of closing or it doesn't close. Yep.
Well, my real estate girlfriend in another town she's gonna help me get my contract written up and my terms and all that. So.
Good. Well, you also have a backup, so anything you need me to do, I'd be more than happy to help you with it.
You're so gracious. And I thank you, Shane.
No, absolutely.
I do thank you so much. You have a blessed day.
You as well. Let me know if you need something.
Okay, buddy.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Yes, ma'am. We'll see you. All right. So going under contract is not a deal breaker here, right? In this particular case, I've been speaking with her since May 17th. That was the day of the initial call. I went 3 days after that on May 20th for a preview of the property. And now she has it, in her words, under contract. However, the buyer does not have an agent. The buyer and her are talking about finances and everything else, and the buyer is being really shady about the money, that it's going to be, the bulk of it's going to be in cash and everything's good. The buyer wants to bring an inspector in there before going under contract or showing proof of funds, right? So there is a high likelihood that we are on the roller coaster going up right now. Really excited. We've got this thing under contract. Everything's going well. And there's a pretty good likelihood that this one's going to fall apart because the buyer is not able to buy. And so that's going to take the roller coaster from up all the way down to a low. And I've already developed this relationship with Miss Rose. And so we'll see what happens. All right, let's do the next one. Follow-up calls are fun. This one's already under contract as well. We're in the hot part of the season. So some of these FSBOs are going to go under contract.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 25254841992 is not available. The mailbox is full and cannot accept any messages at this time. Goodbye.
All right. Now, this next one was under contract. Had a conversation with this gentleman last week and was looking like the contract might fall apart based on a repair request.
Hello?
Eugene?
This is his son.
Ah, gotcha. Is he around by any chance?
He is. He's on a call right now. Could you give us 10 minutes?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you much.
Good. Thank you very much.
All right, see you, bud. This one, been following up with Tracy.
Yes.
What's going on, brother? This is Shane. How you doing? Good, good. Just checking in with you, man. See how things are going. I know your wife was out there doing the shrubbery and the bushes, and your mom was coming in to paint. How's all that working out?
I ain't touching it, to be honest with you, man.
Life gets in the way, doesn't it?
Yes.
Absolutely. Awesome. Well, you do you need anything from me?
No, sir, I'm good at this thing.
Okay, good deal. Well, let me know if you need something. You've got me locked in. I'm always available.
All right.
All right, brother. You have a great week.
Yes, sir.
See you, bud. All right. So I'm gonna pause the video. We're gonna go 10 minutes. Then I'm gonna give the one a call back. I spoke with his son. And that'll be the final call for my Monday follow-up calls. All right, so we gave him 20 minutes just for good measure, so he could get off the phone and get situated from whatever the call was that he was on. And now we will give Mr. Eugene a call back and finish out this, say, Monday follow-up. It's my Monday follow-up calls. Today is Tuesday, like I said to Miss Rose. Yesterday was one of those days where stayed busy all day long and just could not quite get to this Monday follow-up call list. But you still make it. You still do your, Monday. I always shoot for Monday. If I'm not able to hit Monday, then Tuesday. But let's see what Mr. Eugene has to say about his deal.
Okay.
Hey, Eugene, how you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Good, good. Last we spoke, you had drawn a red line in the sand and double dog dared somebody to cross it. How'd that go?
George, you got that right. Yeah, we're packing up now to get out of here. So.
Nice. So they went ahead and they folded to your demands. That's good.
Yep. They didn't. I wasn't cutting them no slack. In other words, they pay them the price, or I'm gonna walk it.
That's right.
They said, oh, we'll take it.
I figured that they might do that. As a matter of fact, I think I said that day. I said, you know what? If you just hold firm, chances are, because the buyers come to that length, they get to that point in the transaction, they don't want to walk away from it. I mean, they'd love to get a little off of it, or they'd love to get, a little better deal, but they don't usually fall apart at that point.
Yeah, I gotta give him credit though. He was trying to get a better deal, but and he always listed for a price where you can come down a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's what I did.
Yeah.
And I come down a little bit on it, but not a whole lot. But
gotcha. Good deal. Well, if you ever need anything, let me know. I'm always available.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely, sir.
If we get down this way again, a buyer or a seller or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm going to get with you.
Yeah, definitely. And when is that one supposed to close? I know you're moving out now.
Yeah, the 30th.
30th. Good deal. Yeah, that's right around the corner.
Yeah, that's why it was raining, and so I had two big trailers here to take it home in, but they wasn't box trailers.
Gotcha.
So with all this damn rain that's coming in, so I said, man, I hate to get a damn U-Haul. It looks like that's where I'm gonna have to go.
Yeah.
Because I got help now, and I don't want my help to have to go back to work here. I'm stuck with
That's right.
stuff that I can't move.
Yep. Awesome.
So
All right, sir. That is good stuff.
Yep. All righty.
All right.
Have a good day.
Absolutely. You have a great week, and we'll be in touch, I guess, one more time before that thing closes up.
Sounds good to me. Sounds good. Like I say, I ain't got that green stuff in my hand yet.
That's right. That's right.
You have a good one.
Absolutely, sir. You as well. We'll see.
Bye-bye.
Yes, sir. Who knows? My advice to him last week, I said, if you and he asked me, so what do you think I should do? I said, well, if you've determined that this is your bottom dollar, this is the last thing you're going to do, you're not going to do these repairs, whatever the case may be, just draw a red line in the sand and double dog dare him to cross it. And he thought that was hilarious. That's an old term. Some of you young people might not even know what that means. But we used to double dog dare you to cross the line that we drew in the sand and see what happens. But yeah, that's my follow-up calls. They're really personable. They're really laid back. I'm not pushing here at any point. He said on my last call, he said, if they don't accept what I'm telling them that I'm doing, then I'm walking away from the deal, and I'm going to give you a call and have you list this thing because I'm done with this. That's the point they get to when they're in the process of trying to get from contract to close. The emotion is too much, and if it were to fall apart, chances are you're going to immediately get that listing. Did go on a preview appointment yesterday for a FSBO. I had spoke with the lady 3 weeks ago. 1 hour conversation on the very first call. She was had been burned several times by real estate agents, and at the end of the conversation said she was really intrigued with my personality and my demeanor and obvious knowledge of the market. And then 2 follow-up calls later, she said, let's meet for coffee. I met with her yesterday for coffee, signed the listing. It's going live this week. So that's a 3-week turnaround on someone who had no intention of working with a real estate agent. That's the power in this. We just reach out, and I actually wasn't really feeling this phone call that I made to her that day 3 weeks ago, because it's in a little town, a little waterfront town where there's 2 real estate agents or brokerages in that town. There's 2 small brokerages, and they basically get every listing down there. very hard to break in because they've been there forever. And so when I made the call, I did it on video, and I warned the person that was watching, you know, the person that I was working with in here was watching. I warned him. I said, this is this particular little town I don't have a lot of success with, because there's a stranglehold on it with these two brokerages. Now, the good thing about these two brokerages is that's all they have. They don't have anything outside of the town for the most part. All they have is the listings that happen inside this little town. So I said, well, we'll see how it goes. And it went really well. I got the listing signed yesterday, and that's the second one that I've gotten in that town in the last month. So that one yesterday was 300K. The one that I got 2 weeks ago was 700K. So that's a million in volume in a town that is pretty much uncrackable for the most part. So super excited for what 2023 is doing, and I will see y'all in the next video.